What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another FFBE video. I'm Claic, Yuzolt, and this is for Nier Automata. Now, I haven't been around making FFBE videos or videos in general. I've been waiting on this banner to come back out and do some more videos on FFBE. I've been playing it, saving up my lapis, specifically for this hype banner, and let me tell you, it hasn't disappointed yet. Now, again, what I'm going to be showing you guys, and I'm sure you guys have seen videos on it already, but if you haven't, you're like, you follow my channel to see what FFBE is up to. This is going to be a big power creep, in my opinion, for the game, and they're doing the collaboration correctly. They're showing this from their autumn celebration live stream, and that's where we're going to be showing this off, okay? But before we get on with that, I do need to say this video is sponsored by Amazon Coins, and this is going to be for their big Black Friday deal. As you can see on the screen, for US users only, sorry, it's only for US users of the Amazon App Store, you guys are going to get 3% back on your Amazon App Store purchases when you guys are buying an FFBE or War of the Visions. That's 3% back for Black Friday, and you're going to be subbing for Nier. They're going to be premium units. It's going to take a lot to get them, so you should take a part of this deal. Click the link in the description below, or click on the QR code you guys are going to see at the bottom of the screen. That's going to take you guys to that deal and help me out greatly if you guys use my link. So remember, thank you to Amazon for sponsoring this video. Now let's get on with it. So I was a little worried about these units, and not in the sense that I thought that they would be bad looking, but I was worried that they would be just not very strong. But from the way it looks, they are going to be morale based, which a lot of you guys know that I really look forward to that, and you guys do too, so you can use them in Clash of Wills. And so far, before I even get into this, they have surpassed every expectation I've had so far with the collaboration. Now, we don't have the numbers, and we won't have them for a while, but we have 2B and A2. They're going to be your two Neo Visions. They haven't said there's any NVAs. They didn't announce any, so I'm sorry 9S might not be getting anything, which I know is disappointed. I mean, we want an NVA unit. However, these units have great art styles. This looks like when they show the animations, and I'll leave the link in the description below for the live stream, and I'll show it here. The animations for the unit themselves, they just look so sick. They did very, very good work on these units, and they look like almost upgraded units, like the next step of animation for FFB. And again, these are global original, as you can see on the screen, meaning JP don't have these yet, which is why it was cool, because I thought that Clash of Wills would be a chance for us to get our hands on a unit like this with Clash of Wills, because as you guys can see, JP Final Fantasy units are not having Clash of Wills or morale-based damage. They can't be used there, which sucks, but this looks like 2B is going to be able to be used there. Obviously going to be strong against Machina monsters, along with being a light and lightning elemental support unit. It seems like going to be more light-based, because if we look at A2, light-based as well. Going to Brave Shift, have her mech on her back, and going to be a tag team chaining here, which is great. I mean, any LB that chains on its own is fantastic. LB damage, and we don't know much else about her, so we're going to go ahead and go into her animation so I can show you guys a little bit here. Right above me here, I had to move my camera there for a second. They look fantastic. Like, her flip she does right here just looks next level to me. I don't know if you guys agree. The imbue and glow they give to the weapons and the way they look, very, very cool. And so that's going to be, and this is her other form when she's in the, let's scroll back a little bit here. She's going to Brave Shift here. Now, she has a Brave Shift, but A2 doesn't. So let's look at the Brave Shift form. Not as cool, in my opinion, as just a normal 2B, but still okay. And again, they talk a little bit about her abilities, but we're not going to get into that too much because we need to know the stats and exactly what they do. But they are bringing something new here. Now, one of the problems that we're going to have with this banner is they're both premium limited time units. Premium, meaning they're going to be harder to pity, which we'll get into that in a minute, and their shards are going to be harder to get a hold of, so that's going to kind of suck, but we'll have to wait and see the login rewards and how much they're giving us. But we are getting some kind of new EX1 reward, which is like a coin or a token that we can use to trade in for certain materia or certain items, as you can see here. And we have chains of protection, and when you look over this, it just seems like a ribbon effect with some added benefit with chain increase damage and a little bit of resistances. So nothing game breaking, but kind of cool to be given to us when we're going for a premium unit and we're having to summon big time. So this is going to be her STMR and TMR. Her STMR is fantastic for herself. There are other items in the game, such as the Dark Visions katana, maybe even Chizuru's katana that you guys are probably already using, and this is really going to be for 2B specifically because it has a bunch of 2B, passives on it, but it's pretty good. And we look at her Trust Mastery reward, Equip Katana, going to be great for units out there because we do want to build a team about with certain like weapon breaks, obviously, and take advantage of that. This will be great to make sure everybody can have a katana on with a little bit of attack buff and some killers. You know, it's good to have in your bag. Nothing game breaking, but pretty nice. And then we have the vision card that you guys are going to be able to get, but remember, this is a vision card, I don't think you get it from a banner. I do believe they said you get it from getting to B2, or I guess A2, to that EX3, but it's really tough, premium unit, and it's really, really strong for these specific units. As you can see down here, boost attack 500 for Nier Automata units only. Not going to be that strong for any other unit that's not a Nier Automata unit, because they're missing out on the whole 500 here on that attack. So, you know, pretty cool. If you really want to make your 2B super strong, your A2, you are going to have to go with this, but other than that, it's kind of skippable. Moving on over to A2, which, okay, if I had to pick which one I think the sprite looks better and which one I like more, it's A2, but the problem is A2 does not have a Brave Shift, sadly. She is an SLB unit, and most of the times when we see SLB units, we're a little bit worried, but I do believe these units are going to be top-notch, both of them, going to be breaking meters like you wouldn't believe, as far as the damage meters and the calculations, but we'll have to wait and see. These are just my predictions, and going to be using Light Element as well, so we're going to have to look into that. So we're going to scroll over so you guys can see a little bit of her animations as well, and again, you guys can check out the actual video moving forward, but I think she looks great. That aura around her, look at her like going berserk. Her SLB here, she just looks so sick. That glow they gave her is amazing looking. I just love it so much. And also, if I didn't touch on this before, because I'm kind of skipping over the abilities, because again, we don't know exactly everything about them, she is going to have a passive if you have A2 and 2B in your party and they're both alive. They get an extra passive, and we've seen that before, you know, in Tidus, etc., other units in the game, so that's something to look forward to as well. This is the EX reward that you get from, you know, trading in, getting her to EX1, trading in the token. You can get Chains of Strength, and this is going to be another kind of the same thing I said, but this time, instead of being like a ribbon effect, this is going to be the effect that gives you killer abilities. So, again, nothing game-breaking, nothing game-changing, but it's nice to have in your pocket just in case you need it. And it's a nice little bump up from maybe something else that you have. You know what I mean? Just to complete your teams. When you have 6 members, you're trying to get them all killers, you're trying to get them all capped. It could be something that puts you over the edge. Looking at these STMRs and TMRs, the STMR is fantastic. Attack 100%, boost physical damage against beasts and Machina by 100%, and boost TDH by 100%. Super sick STMR. Very, very high stats, TDH, and then you get some killers. Very, very cool. And then we also have a Trust Mastery reward, which again is going to be for Nier Automata units only, but you're going to want 2 of these because they're so good to max out your A2 and 2B. So you kind of want, I mean, obviously you want copies so you can max these guys out EX-wise, but you definitely want to get your hands on 2 A2s to get 2 Trust Mastery rewards, a bunch of killers, a bunch of attack boosts, a very, very strong TMR, specifically for, as you can see, Nier Automata units, right? So that's what that's going to be for. Now, this is what really got me pumped up. And you guys, I don't know if you watched, I was in Sinzar's video. I was talking about it when Chrono Cross came out on my video. I was waiting on the day, because back in the day they used to do this, where you would summon on a step up, and at the very end, you are guaranteed a banner unit, but it was like a 50-50, or, you know, 25, 25, 25, 25, or, you know, 33, 33, 33, something like that, and they finally bring it back here with this big step up, very, very strong. Lots of great value here. A lot of Neo Visions, a lot of raid up here that you guys can get a featured NV unit. And at the very end, you're either getting 2B or A2, so it's guaranteed. It is a hefty chunk of Lapis, but I do believe it's worth it because it's guaranteed at the end. Here's the problem. You get a lot of great stuff here, but the one thing we're not getting are those tickets for pity. So unlike other past banners where, excuse me, you would go up and you would slowly get to the point where you could pity, here you're not going to be able to do that. So you get one at the end, but you know, you're not building up those tickets to pity maybe the other one. So that's just something to keep your mind on. I think this is super worth it. I'm definitely summoning. I think I'm up to like, see, I play on iOS when I'm like just walking around with my phone, but I obviously play on the Amazon App Store for the Amazon coins and stuff, emulator on my computer. On my computer, I have close to 70,000 Lapis, and on my phone, I have like 10,000. So I have about 80,000 Lapis saved up for this event from all this stuff we've been doing. And then maybe with the Black Friday deals, I might find something to be able to spend. But I'm looking to, if they're strong, I'm looking to max them out. So this is a great banner for that. Pretty cool. Then they talked about the new ability Awakenings. We got Gabronth, and I have so many NV Gabronths. It would be amazing if Gabronth ended up being very, very good, but I'm not really holding my breath. But what was a shocker here is they end up giving an intrinsic ability to Divine Beast Chow, which Divine Beast Chow was already freaking phenomenal. And now we're getting this more spirit, more HP, more spirit, and then we get a damage boost to humans and Machina. We don't really, I personally don't care about it. Maybe you guys do. I don't. For my magic cover tank, as good as Chow. But all those stats, those hefty stats, hell yeah, I care about those. So I'm really excited about that. It's kind of crazy because Chow wasn't in a place where they needed this buff, in my opinion. They were just strong as the beginner. They're one of the strongest tanks to use in most modes. You know, that was the go-to tank for a lot of people when it comes to magic cover, and, you know, building up the morale and stuff. So it's kind of crazy, but this just puts Chow right back at the top. It wasn't already there to begin with anyway. Then they go over some of the events, which I'm not going to cover too much. I'm going to go into the Clash of Wills right here because this is another thing where they hit. They give me the 50-50 at the end of that banner. The units look amazing, and they're giving us a Clash of Wills with a Nier Automata boss, which is sick. I mean, the Halloween boss was super disappointing. It was like a big fungus zombie, which I don't know. It didn't even look like a zombie. I'm just calling it a zombie because it had fungus on it. But this is what I love. We're going to be able to fight a Nier boss, which is kind of cool to go along with, you know, our Nier units that we're getting. And, you know, light attacks exploit it. So I'm going to, hey, anybody in the class can tell me why light attacks are going to be strong against this boss. Anyone? Oh, yes, you in the back. Because the Nier units that are premium and gonna be hard to pull for do a fuck ton of light damage. You're right, little Billy, that's correct. Duh. Yeah, always the Clash of Wills does this, but it's gonna be fun to fight a Nier boss on its own, which is pretty slick. And then this is huge news here. I freaking love this when they have a daily free summon. I love logging in and just doing a 10 pull, even if it's shitty, you know, like it's just something to do, something to have fun with. Like daily summons in games, even if it's just one summon, just a free summon. I don't even like the half price summons anymore. I'm a greedy bastard when it comes to these games. Give me a free summon. It's going to be here and it's here for 3 weeks. It's astonishing, fantastic. And you get a rainbow or a neovision. Rainbow most of the time, but maybe you'll get lucky. Then this is where they talk about the login bonuses. They're going to be changing the 10+1 ticket to 10+1 NV, which is cool. And then we are going to be getting shards. Obviously, we just don't know how many shards on these premium units we're going to be getting. Just a heads up, this bundle is straight shit. Do not buy this bundle. It's 5,000 lapis, and all this stuff is not worth your 5,000 lapis. Go summon on the Nier banner. Or you can just take your app and delete it if you want to burn lapis like this. I can't believe this is what they put out there, bro. This is trash, dude. Total trash. And then don't use their QR code. Use my link. They're talking about the Amazon Coin Back campaign here, which is pretty cool. And then they go into a community event where we get a bunch of rewards at the end. They kind of played some fun games. It was kind of sick. And they showed the rewards at the end. You guys can go through that if you want to. We get a little bit of lapis to help us build back up what we're about to spend big time at the end. So we can see that we get this here. 1,500 lapis, pretty cool, and some tickets, which is nice. I wish they would put in the summon 10 times with your tickets. I think I have like 100 tickets saved up, like these single tickets you can use on banners. But my God, is that going to be repetitive to just keep clicking and waiting and connecting to get through all the tickets? Just let me pull with a 10 pull on that. And then they get into the questions. They talk about additional ways to get Esperors from events, etc. Let me see if I can get to the answer here. They talk about it. It's no big deal. Esperors, I'm getting them from doing my expeditions and then doing the event. But the problem is, like, not the event, the grind where you can kill and steal from the Esper was on. I use on. You guys can use whoever you want to. It's a big chunk of energy. But the problem is that used to be great because I'd log in, do my free summon if we had one, and farm that Esper. But the problem now is, like, every week they're throwing some new energy sink into us right now with King Mog. So it's kind of hard to do that. So I guess that's where people are looking for that. But I don't really see that as that big of a deal. So I was kind of shocked to see that the question was on here. And then it says, as the current implemented state of the unit fragment selection for ticket exchange is still until June 23, 2022, which is almost 5 months ago, are there any future plans to update the ticket exchange for the NV fragment for more using units? I'm assuming that they're going to eventually do this. No matter, you know, whatever they say, it doesn't matter. They're eventually going to do it anyway. They have to. Like, I just feel like they're gonna do it, so whatever. That's, again, some of these questions to me, it's like there are more pressing matters that they could answer, but obviously they just want to answer the ones that are easy softball questions. Then they talk about an FFBE character popularity poll for 2023, which is one of these units is going to get a remake, and they say and more at the end. So I don't know who all is going to be on here, but if I had to pick a unit looking at these units right here, I would probably go. I want to go Sky, but Sky's still useful, right? So I'm going with Sky because Sky helped me at the beginning of the game. Oh, man. I don't know. Let me know in the comments who you'd go with. I'd probably go with Sky still. I'd love to see Sky. Also, why didn't 2B have, like, a CG animation? Or maybe they're hiding it. I think they would reveal it if she did have a 2B animation. Or a 3D animation. CG animation for her LB. Kind of weird they didn't do that, because I don't think it'd be too hard to make one of those for FFB, but I guess they don't need it. We're going to be pulling anyway. But anyway, again, click my link in the description for the Amazon. Thank you so much, Amazon, for sponsoring this video. I know I've talked your head off. It's been 14 minutes. I just looked up my time. I try to make it as fast as possible to get the information to you guys. I am super pumped. Been saving my lapis like just hoarding it. Hopefully we get lucky. We're going to be going ham when this comes out. Crazy it comes out Thanksgiving. I know you guys have a great Thanksgiving, by the way. Hopefully you guys get the best of luck in pulling these units and just have a great time with your families out there. And yeah, hopefully you know, these units end up coming out super strong, because I'm really banking on that, because I'm putting all my money in there for them. So if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below if you're excited for the Nier event and anything you guys want to talk about, along with this popularity poll contest, who you guys want to see. I want to see Wilhelm. I know he's not on here, but Wilhelm would be sick. Subscribe for future content, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.